waters around Florida are home to a monster. Fishermen have spotted the beast for decades, but they say he'll never be caught. The hammerhead encountered that day was a creature of legend. And the old man? Well, he lived to tell the tale. Great hammerheads have stalked the Florida coastline for as long as anyone can remember. For decades, massive creatures, some longer than 16 feet, weighing more than 1,600 pounds, have been caught in the waters here. But there's one hammerhead that dwarfs all others. Huge in size, alien in appearance, and by all accounts, dangerous. It's a monster known as Old Hitler. Old Hitler was first sighted during World War II when Navy sentries were posted around Florida to keep watch for German U-boats. But they spotted something else lurking here. A massive shark, bigger than any hammerhead on record. They named him Old Hitler, and a legend was born.
He terrorizes the whole East Coast. If you listen to anybody up and down the whole eastern seaboard, you probably hear something about Hitler.
Yeah, Old Hitler is huge.
Old Hitler was, what, 22 feet long?
Monster. I mean, his jaws were probably this wide.
Yeah.
That's not taking a limb off. That's cutting your body in half.
They called him the bad boy, the wolf.
Old Hitler would fight you to death. He would not let a fisherman catch him.
You got to respect the sea, and you got to respect what's going on. But there's something big out there, I'm sure.
There are 11 known species of hammerheads in the ocean, but the largest and most notorious is the great hammerhead. They are the only species completely unafraid of humans. The positioning of the eyes, mounted on the sides of the shark's distinctive hammerhead, gives them an incredible 360-degree field of vision. These predators average around 11 feet. But lately, larger hammerheads have been found up and down the coast in record numbers. A 16-footer spotted off St. Pete by a group of fishermen.
You got him perfect.
A 17-footer brought in off the Fort Lauderdale Pier in 2012. And this massive 19-footer stealing a tarpon in Tampa Bay in 2011. One recent encounter suggests that the granddaddy of them all could still be out there.
Oh, my God! Oh, my God! Oh, my God! He's on the dirt!
I got a good look at him. His dorsal fin was about this high out of the water, and it was the size of my boat. It was easily a 20-foot shark.
The fishermen had hooked up a 6-foot black-tip reef shark when a massive hammerhead came in for the kill. Comparing the two sharks in the video, it's clear that the hammerhead dwarfs the reef shark and could be more than 20 feet long. The latest evidence has spurred one group of scientists into action.
Hey, let's get those high flyers on.
Zeroing in on the legend, determined to find the truth.
24-foot hammerhead would just be a colossal creature. I mean, it would have a head this wide, eyeballs like this, a dorsal fin probably 5 feet high.
Captain Mike Newman is leading the expedition.
All right, it's enough. Let's get out there. It's going to be rough today.
He's put together a team of experts to track, tag, and catch the biggest hammerhead in the ocean, Old Hitler himself.
Having a satellite tag in a large great hammer like that would be an exceptional case for science. It would give us all types of information into the movement patterns of sharks that size.
We're going to do whatever it takes to find Hitler. We're going to put the word out to all the fishermen in the area that we're fishing for a big shark, and if they have any encounter with a shark of this caliber, I want to hear about it as soon as I can.
The team is heading to the exact location of the latest sighting, but it's possible that Old Hitler could have already moved on. Because just 50 miles away, a shark equal in size and ferocity has been spotted in the waters off Bimini. Locals know this beast as the Harbor Master. Could the Harbor Master be Old Hitler? living under an alias? Dr. Sam Gruber and his team of scientists from the Bimini Shark Lab intend to find out.
The harbor master controls everything in the harbor as far as the sharks are concerned. And Bahamians and fishermen, they're afraid of them.
If you ask people around the island, there's plenty of stories about this big shark.
Well, biologically, it could be true. Hammerheads are among the most giant sharks there are on the planet. They can literally get to 20 feet. That's bigger than most great white sharks. That's bigger than most tiger sharks. But it's very unusual and very rare. I would give anything to see something like that.
Me too.
Recently, Captain Andy Morris had an encounter with a hammerhead that matches the description of the harbor master.
We had the marlin hooked up, and a big hammerhead came up behind the boat. The marlin was at least 12 feet long. For a shark to eat a 1,000-pound marlin like this, who knows how big it is?
Doc Gruber's team has never documented a shark larger than 12 feet long in the waters here. But the sharks around Florida are much bigger, and it's possible they've been migrating to the island. To prove this, they're heading to the location of the most recent sighting, where they're going to try to tag a hammer.
What I'll do is I'll swim down, and as soon as I see one, get right up to it and let the transmitter go, and it'll just implant right under the skin.
If the team can tag a hammerhead and track its movements back to Florida, it would support the theory that the harbor master could be old Hitler.
Down, dive.
Christine enters the water where the harbor master was last spotted. Despite great visibility, if a shark that size is still in the area, neither she nor her partner Grant will be safe. First on the scene, a large group of nurse sharks.
Okay, so we've got a load of sharks down there.
But the nurse sharks don't stick around, because there's something else here. Bull sharks, one of the most dangerous and feared predators in the ocean. These sharks are known for their aggressive and unpredictable behavior. Dr. Gruber's team is using a biopsy gun to keep the bulls at bay. It collects DNA from the shark, while pushing it away from the divers.
Those bull sharks, they're unpredictable. As you can see, they'll come up in your face.
While the sharks are distracting the divers, a new predator is lurking.
Piece of bait, give me a piece of bait. Okay, here's a big shark.
A great hammerhead has arrived.
Ooh, that's a big hammy. Hey, Chris, how big's the hammer?
Maybe around 12? Biggest shark down there so far.
Good Lord.
All right, I see him. He's coming in.
Hammerheads have exceptional eyesight, so to spear tag the shark, Christine must swim down directly behind the head, the only spot they can't see.
When he comes in and starts feeding, you have to be ready. When you see him coming in, pop him right from the side.
Her partner, Grant, must distract the sharks in order to give Christine a fighting chance.
Oh, he's coming in.
But with the bull and nurse sharks already on the scene, her partner below can barely keep track of them all.
Look at this guy. He went back out again. Damn it. Here he comes. Coming back in. You see him? Look out, Grant. Here he comes now. Get. Go. Spear him.
Christine can't get a clean shot. And amidst the frenzy, her partner is now tracking 3 massive hammerheads.
Here he comes. He's coming around. Here he comes. Oh, he's coming in. Chris. Chris. Here he comes. He's coming in. He's hot.
Coming up,
Oh, this is a good one.
Captain Newman hooks up a monster.
What's it?
And later, sharks with freaking laser beams. Off the coast of Florida, there is a legend of a massive hammerhead shark known as Old Hitler.
I actually seen him. He was huge. Could have swallowed me whole. Oh, he's a monster, all right. He wants you, he's gonna eat you. Get your hands in there, they're gone.
Just across the Gulf Stream, another legendary hammerhead has surfaced. Locals on the small island of Bimini call it the Harbor Master. Now 2 research teams are on a mission to see just how large these hammerheads can get, and if the legend could be real. Could these two mythical sharks be one and the same? Could a single hammerhead migrate between Florida and the Bahamas? To find out, the Bimini Shark Lab is attempting to spear tag an acoustic transmitter on a hammerhead shark in order to track its movements.
Here it comes.
But the team was only hoping to deal with one hammerhead. And now, 3 are circling the divers.
It's coming in, Chris. It's hot. It's hot. Boy, he was hot. Yeah, coming in hot is right.
As the sun goes down, the hammerheads are becoming bolder and more aggressive. If the team is going to plant the tracker, it's now
Oh, here it comes, here it comes.
or never.
Get that sucker. Yeah!
Now that the team has implanted the acoustic transmitter, the tag will send out transmissions every time it passes an underwater receiver. The team hopes these transmissions will show that hammerheads migrate from Bimini to Florida, making it possible that the harbor master and old Hitler could be one and the same.
So what happened down there?
And like, oh, we got a transmitter right below the dorsal.
Beautiful job.
In the waters off the coast of Florida, Captain Mike Newman is tracking a much larger target, old Hitler himself. They've reached the location of the most recent sighting,
Oh my God!
where this video was taken.
All right, you can throw the bait in. What we're doing is we're sending a line of 6 free-floating buoys, and each one has a radar reflector.
Spreading around 6 different buoy lines is like having the power of 6 boats searching for the elusive monster shark.
Adios! If you look on the machine, this is our buoy configuration. This is another vessel. When we get a shark, they'll actually pull the buoys out of formation. Got one on right now.
As soon as the buoys hit the water, there's movement on the radar. Something is here.
Whoa, feeling it, Matt?
The team has hooked onto something big.
Don't jerk on it. You just piss him off. We want to try to see him. When we see him, then we can determine how we're going to handle it.
Looks like it's coming up top, though.
Yeah, that means this might be a hammer. There he is. Tiger. Big tiger.
While it's not a great hammerhead like old Hitler, this tiger shark is big for its species.
Come on, you guys got to get your together on this one.
And it's not going down without a fight.
Almost took my finger off.
Look out!
1, 2.
Even though this is not their target, catching a tiger like this gives the team valuable data to share with the scientific community.
Good.
I have everything.
Guys ready for the release?
This tiger shark was 12 feet long, less than half the size old Hitler is rumored to be.
Hey, Mike, come back.
Yeah, come on back, Scott.
I was just driving off the Zion train. Glad Hammerhead came in to hit my group off the shot.
How big do you think it was?
19, 20 feet easy.
As Captain Newman and his crew head to the Zion train shipwreck, 50 miles away, Dr. Gruber's team is back on the hunt. They're looking for massive hammerheads in the Bimini waters. If they can find one, it will be a scientific first.
Certainly the great hammerhead is one of the biggest sharks in the world. But the sharks we get here, we don't know really how big they are.
Although the harbor master is rumored to be over 24 feet long, the average hammerhead in Bimini is just 11 feet. But no one's ever taken a true size survey of the hammerheads in the area. Doc Gruber and his team are aiming to fix that. The more hammerheads they find that are bigger than 15 feet, the more likely the harbor master isn't just a legend.
We figured out a way to measure them remotely, and knowing how big a shark is, that tells you about maturity, are females bigger than males, and so on.
The Shark Lab team will construct a grid on the ocean floor. Each square measures 2 feet in length. Looking down on the sharks as they swim over the grid will allow them to estimate their size. If the legends are true, great hammerheads like the Harbor Master and Old Hitler will outmeasure the grid by several feet.
This is going to be one hell of a thing to see in the water.
Yeah, let's do it.
The team baits the water with a chumsicle, a frozen block of fish. Now all they can do is wait for a hammerhead to appear. And maybe, if they're lucky, the king of them all, the harbor master.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Here he comes! Woo! That's a beauty. Here comes another one. Here's another one. Look, look.
We got 2 hammerheads now.
Scrape, scrape, scrape.
The hammerheads go straight for the bait, but they avoid swimming over the grid.
Here comes the hammerhead, but he's staying on the periphery.
Get in there, Brian, get in there. Looks like he's going back in for another pass.
Go, go, go in. He's right over there. He's right over it. Oh, look at that beauty. Yeah, look at this guy. He's right on the grid right now. Look at him. That's a 10-footer.
The largest shark's hammer covers 2 grid squares, measuring 4 feet in length. And overall, the shark covers 6 of the grid squares, or 12 feet. The sharks are still swarming below, but there's no other larger hammerheads in sight. Because the big ones may be in Florida. Captain Newman and his crew have pulled up above an old shipwreck, where a local diver just had a run-in with a monster. Mike's going to dive down with Greg and a safety diver to get a closer look, while Scott monitors from above. A shipwreck emerges from the darkness. This is the perfect lair for old Hitler. A massive shark could come out of nowhere. But besides schools of small fish, the wreck is unusually quiet.
How's the visibility down there?
I wonder if we're going to get any sharks down here. So I'm going to put bait down.
Captain Newman baits the water. The fish chunks attract a variety of sharks.
We have a lot of shark right over here.
But none of them are the hammerhead they're after. Suddenly, the sharks flee, scattering into the darkness.
There's something big out there in the distance. I can't make it out. He's going to sneak up on us any second.
Something is here.
We have a lot of shark right over here, so we're on our way. Is that a hammer?
Coming up, we know you want it. Freaking laser beams.
Look at that big mama.
I love Shark Week. In Florida, there is a legend of a monster hammerhead that's been terrorizing the coast since World War II.
The biggest shark we ever seen in the area here. He was the one fish nobody could ever get.
He's known as Old Hitler. Now, one group of scientists is chasing the legend. They're diving at the location of the most recent sighting, and they may have just spotted a monster. There seems to be a massive hammerhead off in the distance, but it's too far away to tell how big it really is. Captain Newman's going in for a closer look. But just as soon as it appeared, the shark fades away into the distance. It's the lead they've been looking for. There's a massive hammerhead in the waters here, and it could be Old Hitler himself. With a shark in the water, the team will get back on the hunt, deploying their buoy lines.
You can cut one more piece of bait for this other one, though. All right, throw it in. Big bait gets the bite.
Yeah!
So we have another buoy.
All right, Looks like we got one on this front buoy.
After 5 anxious hours, the team finally has a bite. Whatever they've hooked on the line, it's big and creating a lot of drag on the buoy.
Here he comes.
Yep. We go, boys.
Hey, watch that buoy. That doesn't pull it back in.
Facing old Hitler in the dead of night is extremely dangerous.
It's so strong.
Looks long and thin.
Matt, pull, almost here, pull.
It's a big fish.
All right, yeah, we can just drag him over.
Mike, why don't you take a foot?
The team has hooked up a Goliath grouper. These protected fish can grow up to 10 feet long and weigh up to 800 pounds. But a fish this large would be nothing more than a snack to old Hitler.
It's a female, purple tag.
The team records its data and releases it back into the ocean. The team continues to bait the lines, but the ocean has gone quiet. If old Hitler was here, he may have moved on. 50 miles away, Dr. Gruber is betting that there's a giant hammerhead somewhere in the water here.
If you consider over the last 10 plus years that we've been diving with these sharks, we've seen great hammerheads between the size of 7 or 8 feet long at the minimum to maybe 12 to 14 feet at the maximum. If we come out here at night, maybe we're going to see some monsters. Maybe we'll get these huge hammerheads that you hear people talking about here.
The largest predators come out at night. If the harbor master is real, this could be their best chance at finding him. The Shark Lab will use new technology to battle the darkness. Freaking laser beams. Lasers are used to obtain measurements of the sharks. This device will project 2 laser points that are affixed width apart. Using this tool is like projecting a ruler onto the sharks, allowing the team to calculate their total body length.
I need to get one of these.
All right, good.
The team dives to the ocean floor. The bait has been sitting on the grid for the last half hour. If there are sharks in the area, they should arrive at any moment. A night dive may attract larger predators, but it puts the divers at extreme risk.
You guys have a hammer down there?
Yeah, no hammer.
Because the sharks can sneak up with no warning.
Look at that bull shark. Look at that big mama.
There's a big hammerhead. Coming around. Get him, laser. Take that picture. You got a bait.
The laser sights tag a 7-foot hammerhead.
That was amazing.
And it's not alone. The team manages to capture another perfect shot. This time, a 9-footer.
That's cool, isn't it? Look how cool that is.
But none of these sharks are the one they're looking for. The legendary harbor master.
Again, more gold. Look, he's got it right on it. The light's off. What the has happened? Yeah. We got a problem with the generator up here. You guys all right?
With the surface lights down, the team is suspended in darkness. Their visibility, almost zero. The sharks could strike at any moment.
Carl, what are you thinking? What's your read on the situation, man? I think right now it's okay.
Coming up,
Damn biggest hammerhead I ever saw.
another recent sighting leads the team to Hitler's hunting grounds.
He's running, he's running. Oh, look at the fingers.
On the island of Bimini, in the Bahamas, there lives a legendary shark, a hammerhead, rumored to be at least 20 feet long. Locals call him the Harbor Master. Researchers from the Bimini Shark Lab are trying to prove he exists. But they may have just gotten too close.
Hammer coming in.
The shark's quick movements make it difficult to get the measurement.
Watch out for this guy.
And in the darkness, the shark grows bolder and more aggressive. They'll need to tag it with their lasers and get out of the water alive.
Take that laser. Look at that big sucker. That's a big, look at his head. Oh, tagging it.
The team measures a 14-foot shark with a hammer measuring 4.5 feet. The largest hammerhead ever recorded by the research lab. There could be even larger hammerheads down here, but without lights, it's just too dangerous. The team heads to the surface.
That was such an awesome night out, guys. I can't believe we got the shots that we did. I never saw anything like that in my life. We just lucked out.
That was pretty epic.
Dr. Gruber and his team have proven that larger hammerheads are stalking the waters off Bimini, but there's no sign of the Harbor Master. It could be because the Harbor Master and Old Hitler are actually the same shark, migrating back and forth across the Gulf Stream. And right now, this monster is hunting in Florida. Captain Newman and his crew are back on the water, in the same location where they may have spotted Old Hitler the day before. They're adding more buoys in hopes of drawing the creature to the surface.
Bring this one up on the starboard.
It's a tiger.
And while these waters appear to be filled with sharks, none of them even come close to the legendary hammerhead, Old Hitler.
Hey, we got a shark right up here, so everybody get ready. This one's pulling pretty good. All right, we're going to take it on the starboard. Maybe if I can catch up to it. Hold it, he's running.
These large buoys usually tire out a shark after only a few minutes of fight.
Yeah, baby.
But this one is still on the move.
We got us a shark, bud. He's pulling pretty good. You're going to be a hammerhead or a tiger shark? It's coming around the back. What is it?
I think it's got a hammer. Hang on.
Looks like a tiger. It's a big fish.
Come on, be a hammer.
Hammer.
Though it's not the hammerhead they're looking for,
What's up?
the team will still tag and track the shark.
FO256.
Watch out! Watch your head! Watch your head!
Since hammerheads migrate together, they hope this juvenile will lead them to a hammerhead hotspot, and perhaps the hunting grounds of Old Hitler himself.
I have everything I need from him.
Time to get the shark back in the water.
Let it go.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
The information they gather from each shark can be accessed by scientists worldwide.
All right. Looks like it's doing good. You can see the spot tags coming out. That's just what we want to see. So when that breaks the surface, it'll relay back in position. All right.
Good work, everybody.
As the hammerhead swims off, a storm starts rolling in from the horizon.
Their waves are fluffing up.
Mike decides to call it a day, but they barely make it to the harbor when a call blasts out on the radio.
What kind of shark are you seeing?
Couple of tigers, but yeah, I just see a pretty big hammer.
There's been another sighting of Old Hitler.
Hey, Charlie! Charlie! Was that you I heard him talking about on the radio?
Yeah, Mike.
What happened?
Damn biggest hammerhead I ever saw. Attacked the damn motor, attacked
Really?
the boat. I just hooked the knives beneath it. I was chunking them up. Of course, you know how it is. You get a lot of blood and stuff on the boat. Next thing I knew, I looked up and I saw this huge shadow. He just attacked the motor. I saw his entire jaw around the prop.
That's Mark.
Hey, he chewed the tail out of the prop.
Dude, that was a big shark.
Biggest one I've ever seen. It was at least 20 feet. It was as big as the boat. I thought it was a bait ball.
Definitely a hammerhead.
Oh, without a doubt.
Do you think you'd give me those coordinates?
It's the break they've been waiting for. Captain Mike and his team jump back in the boat and set off towards the coordinates of this most recent sighting. But with a storm approaching and high seas on the horizon, they're only going to get one shot at catching the beast.
Big wave.
That one's moving. See, that one looks like it's moving.
It's going to the right.
So hard to tell, you know. With the weather, it really affects your visibility.
The boat, there's two. There's one in front and behind the boat that just went by.
Oh, look at now.
It's moving.
It is moving. That's moving pretty good. I think we got one off. Let's go look at it.
Just went like this.
That could be a hammerhead because it's moving across the surface.
For generations, fishermen in Florida have told tales of a giant hammerhead known as Old Hitler. Captain Mike Newman and his crew are chasing the latest sighting.
Shoot the tail out of the prop.
Zeroing in on a location where Old Hitler was spotted just hours earlier. But a massive storm is coming in fast. The Coast Guard is already sending out search parties. Searching for a massive hammerhead is dangerous enough, but in angry seas like today, it could be deadly.
Our visibility's been cut down substantially. We only got 4 buoys out. We put them real close together.
They'll only have one shot at catching Old Hitler before the storm forces them back to harbor.
That
one's moving.
See, that one looks like it's moving.
It's going to the right.
So hard to tell, you know. With the weather, it really affects your visibility.
The boats, there's two. There's one in front and behind the boat that just went by.
Oh, look at
no, it's moving.
It is moving. That's moving pretty good. I'm pretty sure. I think we got one. Let's go look at it.
Yeah, it just went like this.
That could be a hammerhead. It's moving across the surface.
One of the buoys gets hit immediately. As the team moves in, they prepare for contact.
It's right off my bow right here, and it does appear to have one on. Yeah, it does have one on.
Come on, baby.
Hey, this one looks real good, real good.
We'll take it on the starboard. It's going to be tough.
Get ready to hold the buoy on this one. It's running fast. It's going to be hard to get the buoy. All right. Here we go, guys. Y'all ready?
Well, this was flat all in the butt.
It's really pulling. Like it's going to pull it in.
Okay.
We're not going to be able to pull it in.
Oh, man, get ready, guys.
Okay.
Close your light. Close your light.
Got it.
Okay, watch the gap. Watch the gap.
Keep it in. One person hold it because it's going to get a lot of tension.
It's a big one.
Matt, watch out in case this buoy goes.
Watch it. The buoy's going to fly out. There you go.
Yeah.
Holy crap, it's moving.
Yeah, that's definitely got something good.
Yeah, I'm going to need some help on this one, guys.
All right, let's get it.
Man, that thing's rolling.
We're ready, Mike.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, here it is.
All right, it's go time.
All right, it's close.
Here we go.
It's close. It's close. All right, good job. Watch the gap. Oh, God dang.
Yeah, but this is a good one.
Watch, here comes the buckle. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it. Go.
Might be the basket here.
Going.
He's running. Here we go.
After 2 failed attempts, it is clear to everyone on board that this is no ordinary shark. A creature with this much fight could be the size of Old Hitler himself.
The port.
Same side.
Starboard, okay.
Yeah, he's up on the surface.
We got it.
He's not moving around right now.
All right, here we go, guys. Man, it's moving, guys.
Not moving around. Do we still have it?
Okay, you got it.
It must be right here on the surface.
Let me get this gap out of the way.
Oh, we got him here, baby.
He's running. Pull. Get back. Pull on it.
No.
There's nothing there.
Here it is, guys.
Oh, throat.
Then a triple straight hook.
In order for a shark to bend a hook this strong, it would have to exert a pulling force of over 10,000 pounds. A true monster.
That was a big shark. I mean, that tiger shark that we had the other day was probably 700 or 800 pounds. It didn't pull 20% of what that one was pulling.
The team hooked up something huge, but amidst the chaos, it swam back to the great unknown.
I don't know where he came from, but he's definitely here.
He would never, ever be caught.
Loch Ness Monster and all the rest of them. He's up in their books. There's no Moby Dick. No Hitler exists.
Whether Mike and his team hooked up Old Hitler himself will never be known. But data from the sharks tagged by both teams may one day reveal that great hammerheads do indeed migrate across the Gulf Stream. And with accounts of the harbor master and Old Hitler gaining in numbers, perhaps this monster is truly out there.